What?
Yeah, he had a show, like a reality show. And the people, I really think this was him. And for some reason, they couldn't come to dinner or breakfast or brunch or something. He was like, family can't get together. That's why people sick.
Wow. I don't do reality shows.
And maybe we should start getting together as families again.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that'll get rid of COVID. Maybe he was right. Maybe, with Big Mama and them gone and stuff and we don't get together no more. Maybe that's why people sick.
It could be because Big Mama and them don't cook no more.
All they do is this.
I mean, Big Mama's 30 years old now, so
yeah.
Big Mama ain't throwing them dinners together like she used to.
Big Mama going by the Popeyes.
Exactly, and I ain't talking about
Shout out to Popeyes, and you can do a sponsorship. I like chicken.
And I ain't talking about you 2 or 3 chicks who still like to cook. Y'all know for the most part, these people out here, they ain't cooking.
But even the people that cook, it still don't taste like Bigger.
That's true. And men don't barbecue and grill no more like they used to. Like, that used to be our thing. Like, I don't even own a grill.
No, my pop grills though.
Yeah. But I want, like, once we get a house, that is, like, one of the things I want to be able to do. Just go to the back, get a grill, get away from everybody, and put that meat together.
Yeah, that's going to be nice. I enjoy eating.
She like, I know you're trying to keep me from crying, but I need to let the people hear my voice.
Ain't none of that.
Have we talked about anything relationship related tonight?
We are in a committed relationship. We are married 2.5 years.
Legally married.
Yeah,
legally you know what's so crazy?
We had a wedding, y'all. We did it.
Like, I was at work today and like an attractive lady, like
attractive?
Yeah, she was a cute little chick.
A cute chick?
Yeah, and she like...
I know you better change your wording.
She smiled at me and I was like, holy shit, like I'm married. Like I didn't think about her in any kind of like romantic type way.
Sure you did.
No, again.
Called red-handed on the podcast.
No, because again, it's like I told you, I play movies in my head. It's like Billy Crystal said in City Slickers, like you can see a beautiful painting hanging on the wall. It don't mean that you want to buy it and take it home with you. I can just admire it for what it is. She was an attractive woman.
I can't do that with purses.
Oh, okay.
Continue.
But anyway, I like it. Just every now and again, I'll find myself in a position where I'm like, "Oh, I'm married." Like,
married.
And again, it's not even so much that I see women and I'm like, "Ooh, she's fine. I want to do this and that to her," because really, I don't. But it's just like, I'm married.
Couldn't if I wanted to.
Even if I wanted to, I can't even like be like, "Hey, how you doing?" Not in that kind of way. Mm-mm. It's just hey, God bless you.
Not God bless you.
I see what he blessed you.
Was that who came to the door today, knocking, talking about they wanted to talk to you about the Bible?
No, but she had a nice shape on her too. But she looked like
who did?
She looked like she's somebody like a few people's mother.
Who had a good shape?
The chick who came to the door.
How you see her shape?
I had to open the door.
You didn't open the door.
I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You looked through the peephole. You did not open that door.
I had to give her the bag of ice that she was asking for.
What are you talking about?
She came down to the kitchen.
I'm talking about the woman at the door.
Oh, here.
Yes, the Bible.
I thought you was talking about when you was calling me on the phone.
Sir, I said the Bible.
Oh, what was the question?
Just forget.
Maybe I'm a little more tipsy than I thought.
Got to be more careful. Y'all, ask you some more questions and see you get caught up. Let me see.
Ask me some questions after the break. We'll be right back. And we're back. Now, what was your question?
I'm coming up with some because I'm about to catch you in something.
You can't catch me in anything because I ain't doing shit. If I was doing something like... I couldn't be doing a podcast because, well, that's not true because that Jackson dude was telling all them women.
Exactly. There you go.
He was doing videos at the chick's house.
Can't trust them. You can't trust them. You can't trust them.
Who does that kind of shit. I guess. I mean,
man.
But don't you like? Shouldn't it be a part of your spirit or something that like tells you like you gonna get caught? Like I don't get the whole.
And
like,
I don't
why
like being wrong, so that's why I can't cheat.
Like if I'm gonna do it, I'm going to try my damnedest not to get caught. I'm not gonna do a video from your house. Like you can see my back door from the rearview mirror in his car. Like who would do that?
That's it.
Yeah, but you know what really is funny to me? Like when him and his wife did that video, like 80% of sisters was shitting on his wife because she did the video in a bonnet, right?
Missed the whole point.
But then when Monique said sisters need to stop wearing bonnets in public, they got offended. Like,
don't tell me when I can wear my bonnet, but that little itch better not wear no bonnet sitting beside her cheating husband. I know that.
Like, I don't get a lot of shit that goes on.
I don't get it either. Like, if you want to wear a bonnet out, wear a bonnet out. Like, that's your life, that's your head. And the situation with the cheating man, dude, male figure, maybe they trying to say, okay, maybe if you didn't have that bonnet on your head, you wouldn't be cheating on your ass. You know?
But people think, she's at home, though. Right. They're going to the... Monique's point was, stop going in public with a damn bonnet on.
But when you get on the video, you in public.
Are you?
You in public. You making it public, ain't you?
Mm.
You putting it on the World Wide Web. That's public.
I mean, technically, we're both laying here damn near bucket naked.
And it's public. That's why you should let me do OnlyFans before they canceled it. I wouldn't have to live like this.
Wow.
I just want a Louis Vuitton never full in a house and a bigger truck because we got all these kids.
I don't even know what 90% of that shit is other than the house.
Because you cut from a different cloth.
I am.
Yours came from the Goodwill.
I came from like, getting your water cut off. I don't even know if they legally allowed to cut your water off anymore.
Oh, you old.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Can they cut your water off anymore?
No, I never had my water cut off.
Y'all ain't never had your water cut off?
We had it stopped because it was so cold.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell a very embarrassing story about my brother, right? So.
Oh, don't mention which one.
I'm not going to mention which one, but he'll probably never listen to this anyway. But it's going to be funny if somebody he knows listen to this and they tell him. Anyway, so we had our water cut off. And my mother told us, do not take a shit in the toilet, right? And my brother, being the type of person he is, he, even to this day, like he'd eat whatever the fuck is in the house. He's just going to make himself something to eat, which always tears his stomach up. So he ate and he went and took a shit in the toilet. But that night, because, back in like the 80s and the 90s, like it was all about being funky fresh and, having on the flyest clothes or whatever. So he washed his school clothes by hand. And he hung them up in the bathroom to dry. I see you looking at me like you don't know where this story going. So he hung his clothes up to dry. So the next day, he was getting ready for school. He threw on his clothes or whatever, looking all funky fresh, blah, 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 blah.
Little.
Yeah. And he said he was in his first period class and somebody was like, who the hell smell like shit? He let his clothes sit in the bathroom.
Not flying, stinking.
we couldn't flush the toilet, so his clothes was just sitting in there marinating with his own shit.
Wow.
And they're stuck to his clothes.
Not marinated?
Whew, so he had to go through the entire day smelling like his own shit. That was when he told me that story, boy.
I hope he burnt them clothes.
Ooh, I don't know what he did with them clothes. I don't know if you
get that funk out of there.
But that shit was funny. Especially seeing how he also got in trouble for taking the shit in the toilet. So he got in trouble for taking the shit in the toilet, and he got joned on at school all day for smelling like shit.
Always listen to your mother, kids. Unless your mother's a customer.
But I wonder if they can turn your water off anymore.
No,
it might be a southern thing
Anybody
too, because I think up north, like the pipes get so cold they'll turn your water off, right?
Yes.
Okay. No, down here, when I was coming up, if you ain't pay your light bill, they'll cut your water off.
I mean, I'm not from here, from further north, but I'm not north. Yeah, that stuff freeze up on you.
Huh.
That's why they ask you to
I thought they didn't get that cold in the Carolinas, though. I lived in North Carolina for like a year and a half. It snowed, but it wasn't like, from what I hear, up north snow.
No, I mean, we got ice storms a couple times, I remember, and it tore down lines to where we didn't have any electricity. It was cold, and we had to use the fireplace, and I felt so poor because we had to huddle around the fireplace.
That's what made you feel poor?
Yes, I was
cold. You had a beautiful fucking upbringing.
I was cold, and I remember I've always been not into people. Everything is just too peoply for me. And I left the fireplace and just went in my room. I was like, I just can't because it's too many people. Granted, it was just my family.
Yeah.
Still too many people. And I just went in my room. No heat. And I just got in the bed. And I don't do cold. So for me to do that, I'm not a people person. I just...
I remember when one of those big storms came through. I was working at Walmart at the time. And literally the city had to be shut down for 3 days at the most. I ended up taking off 2 weeks. No call, no show. I just walked into work one day. They was like, "Where have you been? We've been so busy and blah, blah, blah." I was like, "Oh, a truck had me back. I couldn't get out my driveway." And they was like, "Okay, get back to work." Yeah. I just hated that job. Now that I think about it.
Now, how did you live for 2 weeks?
That was when I had to move back home. I was back home for a minute. Because the first time I moved out, I was working, like I said, 2 or 3 jobs. And I was just too fucking tired. And I was living with a roommate and his wife. And I was like, "Look, man, I'm tired of killing myself. I ain't going to be able to cover the rent. I'm moving out." And they just so happened to be moving at that time anyway. So they was like, "All right, this is cool. Whatever." And we all just kind of moved out. And I went back home for a minute.
Okay.
Yeah. Because when I started at Walmart, which is a $1 billion company, by the way, I started in, I'll never forget the date, 9/9/1999. I was making $5.50 an hour. Close to the new millennium, I was making $5.50 an hour. So
we got toilet tissue packs that cost more than that.
Exactly.
Child.
So it ain't like I was, making enough to live on my own. So.
Bless your heart.
Yeah.
We should have OnlyFans.
Yeah, they really are on some bullshit. I heard they trying to do better now, but back then, before this virus, yeah, they weren't about that life.
You got a lot of hair on your chest and your back. Can I twist it?
I really wish you wouldn't.
So I'm trying to do it.
That's what a lot of times when I'm laying there and I start screaming and you like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And I can't explain it. She's grabbing my hair on my chest.
That's a good girl.
She is a little, oof. Yeah, she'll just get a big old handful.
Just like she did to